Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our module, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Okay, ayan. Sige, ayan. Okay, so good afternoon sa ating lahat. Magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga manonood sa ating DepEd ETUlay online tutorial for grade 6 mathematics. So muli, ako po ang inyong tutor, ang inyong math bay, Tutor Andre. Well, actually kasama ko din si Tutor Prince, but right now he is on backstage. So siya po yung aking director for today. So again, good afternoon po, Tutor Prince. Thank you for guiding me here sa pagla-livestream natin for DepEd ETUlay online tutorial. Okay, so bago po tayo magsimula, bati-bati muna tayo. Okay. So simulan natin kay Angelic Marie Salazar. Ayan, good afternoon po. Watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao North District. Ayan. So ito yung ating mga iba pang mga soulmates. Ito si Gwyneth Angeline Legaspina Tolentino. Good afternoon po. Watching from Aurora Quezon Elementary School, SDO Quezon City. Ayan, si Kevin Martin Doluntap. Good afternoon po. Watching from Sorsogon East Central School, Sorsogon City, Grade 6. SSES Advisor, Ma'am Jessica Ramiscal. Ayan. Si Eliza Jane Atrihino. Good afternoon po. Grade 6 pupil watching from Malasin Elementary School, SDO City of Ilagan, Isabela. Ayan. Region 2 Advisor, Ma'am Joanne M. Darbin. Ayan. Si Nerwin Negal. Good afternoon po. Ayan. Enrico Dalupan. Good afternoon po, si Rona May Esperanza watching from Santa Barbara Elementary School, Baliwag, Bulacan. Ayan, so huli na lang. Ayan, si Sir Renz, yung ating suking-suking teacher and of course, yung kanilang school. and the students as well na laging nanonood sa ating live tutorial session. Ayan, good afternoon po, Sir Renz. Thank you po ulit. And of course, huli na lamang, ayan, si Sean Austin Galliano Hiwatig. Good afternoon po. And si JV Gadi, good afternoon po. Watching from Malauli Elementary School, Masantol South, District SD of Pampanga. Advisor, Ma'am Marjorie Santos Balingit, grade 6, mabait. Ayan, sina Ian Gale Ramos Dilay, good afternoon po. Ayan, ito na lang, last two. Si Chris La Rosa, good afternoon po, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao North District. Ayan, hello, Chris La Rosa. And si Kimberly Kim, good afternoon po, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, North District. Ayan, so magkaklase yata sila ni Chris no, Kimberly. And si JV Gadi, ayan. Okay, sige. So marami-rami na tayong mga nanonood sa ating DepEd ETUlay online tutorial. So muli magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Okay, so bago ko muna simulan ang ating tutorial session, so ngayong month of March ay sineselebrate po natin ang ating National Women's Month celebration. Of course, this is for every women na hindi lamang sa ating bansa, maging sa ibang lugar sa buong mundo, no? So, ito ang agenda ng kababaihan tungo sa kaunlaran. So, we make change work for women. Ayan. So, sineselebrate natin siya for the whole month of March. So, of course, we will be using the hashtags, hashtag NWMC2022 or 2022 and hashtag Women Make Change. So, mabuhay po ang ating mga kababaihan po ngayong National Women's Month celebrations. Bibigyan ko kayo ng sigabong palakpakan. Dahil napakagaling nyo po. Okay, sige po. Ayan. So, again, this is Mathematics 6. For Quarter 3, Week 3, the lesson is all about giving translation of real-life verbal expressions and equations into letters or symbols and vice versa. Ayan. So, this will be our lesson for today, no? So, ayan, abangan nyo po kami. Again, Tutor Prince, every Friday po from 1 o'clock p.m. to 1:40 p.m. Ayan. And of course, mapapanood nyo po kami sa aming mga social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube via DepEd EdTech Unit, DepEd Tayo, DepEd Philippines, DepEd EdTech, at of course, DepEd TV. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Okay. Now, ito po ang ating mga naging duties of the week for our last week's assignment. So nagbigay ako ng assignment sa inyo last week. And narito na ang mga sumagot sa ating assignment nung last week. At tama ang kanilang mga kasagutan. Chinika namin ni Tutor Prince. Sila ay sina, ayan, si Nerwin P. Negal Jr., Gracie N. Kionisala, Arian May B. Zacarias, Gwyneth Angeline L. Tolentino, John Vincent A. Gadi, Ian Gale R. Dilay, Henry Stephen P. Kadapan, Jeric Johan S. Ramirez, Maria Riana Mitisha T. Sempron, Enaj Erica J. Galang, Tristan Uriel M. Cruz, Lorraine Jewel M. Damitan, Fiona Irene U. Espina, Rihanna A. Abadir, Ivan Joseph C. Faelnar, si James Joseph E. Bumatay, Alessandro B. Sandoval, Carl Yuan S. Marasigan, Gerald R.V. D. Cantor, Adrian Ray D. Rivera, Alia Judiel B. Javier, Kevin Martin J. Doluntap, at si Rona May Esperanza. So muli, maraming salamat sa inyo at kayo yung aming mga naging soulmates. Okay, and special thanks din sa Division Office for lending us the module that we are going to use for today's session. Ayan, mula sa development team of the module. Ayan po, mula sa author, editors, reviewers, illustrators, layout artists, and management team. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, mga ma'am and sir. Okay, so what are the objectives of our lesson for today? Grade 6 students. So after this session, you are expected to, number 1, translate real-life verbal expressions and equations into letters or symbols and vice versa. So may challenge na tayo ng konti kasi hindi lang tayo magkakaroon ng numbers. Siningitan na natin sila ng letters, no? Ayan. Okay, so let us define first an algebraic expression. So kung natatanda ninyo nung last week or last session natin, di ba we have expression and equation. So this time, medyo level up lang natin ng konti. So we'll have the term algebraic expression. So ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng algebraic expression? So when you say about algebraic expression, it is a mathematical expression that consists of variables, numbers, and operations. Okay, so ito yung ibig sabihin ng variable. So sa mga ngayon pa lang nakatutok o sa mga ngayon pa lang natututunan ng lesson natin na ito. So when you say variable, it is a symbol used to represent a number in an expression or an equation. Ayan. So a variable is a symbol for a value we don't know yet. So it is usually a letter like X or Y. So we usually use letters to represent the given number. So pwedeng X, Y, Z, A, B, C, or even pwede din namang shapes, triangle, circle, heart. But usually we will be using letters, no? Okay. So now let's try to translate verbal phrases into algebraic expressions. So it is important to know how to translate verbal phrases into algebraic expressions kasi may instance kasi na magkakaroon tayo ng mga word problems. So syempre sa mathematics, hindi naman pwedeng mawala ang word problem. So lagi tayo magkakaroon ng word problems, no? And you should know whenever that we have a word problem, you should know how to represent them into algebraic expressions. Okay, so let's start with the operation addition. So for addition, we will be having the following phrases. So we can have the phrases like A plus B. Ayan, so obviously, when you have the plus or the word plus, it means addition. Or you may have the phrase, the sum of A and B. Of course, the word sum is the answer to addition problem or to addition sentence rather. You have also A increased by B. Ayan. Yung A dinagdagan ng B sa Tagalog. You can have also B more than A. Ayan. So take note, when you have the word more than, so yung unang expression natin o yung una nating nakalagay dyan na variable, B, so that will be the second expression. And the variable A there will be the first expression. So kumbaga yung B more than A, nagdagdag ka ng B sa A, Tagalog. Okay? So next, the total of A and B. And you have B added to A. Ayan. So take note, ang B more than A, B added to A, they are just the same. So all of these phrases, when translated into an algebraic expression, it will be written as A plus B. Ayan. So yung lahat ng mga binanggit kong phrases, ang equivalent expression niya ay A plus B. Okay, so that is for the operation addition. Now, for the subtraction, you have the phrases A minus B, of course, in the usual way. You have the minus sign. Next, you can also have the phrase, the difference of A and B. Of course, we all know difference is the answer to subtraction. Then also, the next one, B subtracted from A. Okay, so wag kayo malilito doon, grade 6 students. So we have the word subtracted from, no? So B subtracted from A. So in that phrase, yung B dyan, yan yung magiging subtrahend natin. Kumbaga, yun yung ibabawas natin KA. And of course, A there is the minuend. So, wag kayo malilito sa pagta-translate niyan. So, B subtracted from A, sa Tagalog, B o yung B ay ibabawas mo sa A, no? Next, you can have A decreased by B, and the last phrase there, B less than A. So, ganun din, ang B subtracted from A ay kahalintulad din sa B less than A. So, take note kapag may word tayo na less than, particularly the word than. So, yung B dyan magiging second expression o yung ating subtrahend, and yung A dyan ay magiging first expression o yung ating magiging minuend. So, all of these phrases that I have said, when translated into an algebraic expression, that is equivalent to A minus B. Ayan. So that is for the operation subtraction. Okay, next. Let's have the operation multiplication. So for multiplication, you have there the following verbal phrases. You have A times B, of course. Alam naman natin yan. And of course, the product of A and B. Yan. So yan naman ang usually na phrases or clues na to indicate multiplication, no? So if you try to translate that into an algebraic expression, so you'll be having any of these algebraic expressions. So let's have the first one. So you have there A times B. So notice we are using the multiplication dot. So that point there, yung parang tuldok, so that is what you call the multiplication dot. So usually, simulan na natin ngayon. So from now on, when we translate algebraic expressions involving multiplication, so instead of using the symbol for multiplication na ganito, yung X, gagamitin na lang natin yung multiplication dot. So bakit hindi na natin masyadong gagamitin yung X? Kasi mami-misinterpret siya as the variable or letter X. So katulad dito, pag sinulat kasi siya natin na A times B using the multiplication sign na X, para siyang AXB, no? So to avoid the misconception, para hindi rin kayo malito, so instead of using the X symbol for multiplication, let us just use the multiplication dot. Ayan, so as shown on the screen. Okay. And also you may have AB, simply AB, kasi A times B is simply AB. And you have also A times the quantity B. We are using the parentheses. And so with the last one, open and close parenthesis A times open and close parenthesis B. Ayan. So also, kapag may parenthesis tayo, automatically, that is multiplication of expressions. Okay. So hopefully, nasusundan pa ninyo, grade 6. Ayan. Thank you very much. Okay, and let's now proceed to the last operation, division. So when you have division, you may have the following verbal phrases. So of course, you have A divided by B, the quotient of A and B, or you may have the term the ratio of A and B. So when we translate the following phrases into algebraic expression, you'll be having like this. So you have A divided by B, so using the division sign, ayan. Or you may have A slash B, it can be written in a fraction form, horizontal fraction form, A slash B, or actually you may also use the usual one, so the fraction form, the vertical fraction form, A over B, where A is the numerator and of course B is the denominator. Ayan. So those are the following verbal phrases when translated into algebraic expressions involving the four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Ayan. So very good. Sana nasusundan ng lahat, kids. Okay, so let's have this activity. Ayan. So I have here some verbal phrases or situations. So what I'm going to do is to please type in your type in the comment box. Please write the following verbal phrases or situation in algebraic expression. So I'll be waiting for your answers. Ayan. So let's have the first one. While waiting, babasahin ko. Number 1, twice the sum of 8 and R. Number 2, Mike weighs R pounds. This is after he lost 5 pounds. Take note of this ha. Sa number 2, Mike weighs R pounds. This is after he lost 5 pounds. What was his weight before? So I am looking for Mike's weight before. So bago mawala yung 5 pounds. O bago siya mawala ng 5 pounds na weight. And for last problem there, number 3, Billy is Z years old now. Express his age 8 years ago. Okay, so I am seeing here answers. So, sa nakikita ko, ang sumagot, ayan, dito si Kevin Martin Daluntap. Ang sagot sa number 1 ay 2 times 8 plus R. Okay, same with Nerwin, Carl Yuan. Okay, so the correct answer for number 1 is 2 times 8 plus R. So, tama. Of course, since you have the word twice, so twice means double or we multiplied by 2. So, you have there twice the sum of 8 and R. So we get the sum of 8 and R. That is represented by 8 plus R. And then from that, you will be multiplying that by 2. So you have 2 times the quantity 8 plus R. Okay, so I am seeing number 2. Okay, may sumasagot sa number 2. Iba-iba to ah. May sumagot ng 5 minus R. May sumagot naman ng R minus 5. Okay, analyze yung number 2 ah. Medyo may pagka-konting tricky kasi number 2. Sabi daw dyan, Mike weighs R pounds. Ang weight na lang ni Mike ngayon ay R pounds. Tapos, yung weight na yan ni Mike ay nangyari pagkatapos niyang mabawasan ng 5 pounds. So, ang present weight ni Mike ay R na lang. Okay? R na lang. Ngayon, ang tinatanong, ano ang kanyang weight before? What was his weight before? Okay, sige. Balikan ka natin number 2. Okay, for number 3, I am seeing your answers for number 3. So, nakita ko na una ay si Tristan pa din, Tristan Uriel Cruz, sinundan ni Cassandra Bravo, at ni James Joseph, Z minus 8. So, that is correct, Z minus 8. So, tama yon. Okay, yes, I am now seeing, ayan, ang nakita ko. So, si Gwyneth Angeline, sabi niya R plus 5. So, the correct answer for number 2 is R plus 5. Kasi, I'm looking for his weight before. So, from R plus 5, naging R na lang ang weight ni Mike ngayon. Kasi nabawasan na siya ng 5 pounds. So, kumbaga, ang his weight before is R plus 5. Then, he lost 5 pounds. So that is, we subtract R plus 5 by 5. So that his present weight will become R. So obviously, 5 minus 5 is 0. So R na lang. So therefore, his weight before was R plus 5. So sana kids ay naintindihan ninyo kung paano nakuha ang correct answer. Of course, sa letter number 3, that will be Z minus 8. That is correct. Very good, kids. Okay, so let's have this next problem. Okay, so according here, analyze basahin na maigi ang problem, read and understand the problem, and then answer the problem. Answer the questions rather. Marivic is thrice as old as Rosaline. Rosaline is M years old, and Chris is 3 years older than Rosaline. Basahin maigi ha. Again, Marivic is thrice as old as Rosaline. Rosaline is M years old. And Chris is 3 years older than Rosaline. So for questions 4 and 5, the following questions are express Chris's age algebraically and write the expression for the sum. Take note ha. For the sum of Marivic's and Rosaline's ages. So for number 4, I want you to indicate Chris's age in algebraic symbols. And for number 5, I want you to indicate the sum of Marivic's and Rosaline's ages. Okay, so I am seeing here. So according here, may sumasagot 3M, 3 times M, 3M times 3. M plus 3, M plus 3, 3M times 3, 3M plus 3, M plus 3. O sige, analyze natin ha. So, Marivic is thrice as old as Roslyn. So, ibig sabihin sa Tagalog, yung edad daw ni Marivic ay 3 times. Kasi when you say thrice, 3 beses, no? So, 3 times as old nung kay Roslyn. So, sa edad ni Roslyn. Eh, si Roslyn ay M years old. So, according to the problem, Roslyn is M years old. So, therefore, agad-agad, si Roslyn ay M years old. So, that is M. Since Marivic is thrice as old as Roslyn, it follows that Marivic is 3 times the age of Roslyn. So that is 3 times M or simply 3M. So that is the age of Marivic. And another friend here, si Chris. Si Chris daw ay, ano sabi? Chris is 3 years older than Roslyn. So, mas matanda daw si Chris ng 3 years kaysa kay Roslyn. Eh, ano ba yung edad ni Roslyn? Di ba, M? So, to indicate Chris's age, algebraically, so that is Roslyn's age plus 3. Kasi mas matanda si Chris ng 3 taon kay Roslyn. So, that is represented by M plus 3. So, for number 4, the answer here is M plus 3. Ayan. So, at least may mga nakuha na si Kevin, Martin, si Eliza Jane, ayan, at si Nerwin and Gwyneth. Okay, very good. So, naintindihan nyo na. Next, number 5, write the expression for the sum of Marivic's and Roslyn's ages. So, i-add natin. So, because of the word sum, so you'll get the sum of Marivic's age and Roslyn's age. So, si Roslyn ay M, si Marivic ay 3M. Tama? Okay. So, therefore, that is, we add Marivic's age and Roslyn's age. So, that will be 3M plus M only. Okay, there's a typographical error there. So it should be 3M plus M. Okay, my apologies on that. Ayan. So 3M plus M only. Because we're talking about Marivic's age and Roslyn's age. So it's 3M plus M. So hopefully you understand, kids, how to determine the following verbal phrases or situations and translating them into algebraic expressions. Okay? So, minsan kailangan nyo lang talagang basahin na maigi ang problem. Kailangan nyo rin i-analyze din ang problem natin. Okay? So, hopefully ay naintindihan nyo na ang ating mga kasagutan. Okay, let's have the next activity. So, isang mabilis lang tayo. Ayan. So, please type in your answers from 1 to 9. Okay, from 1 to 9, you're going to have matching type. So what you're going to do is to match the given verbal phrases found in column A to their corresponding algebraic expressions shown in column B. Ayan. So for number 1, you have a number B subtracted from 12. Number 2, 6 times the number Y. Number 3, the sum of 5 and thrice a number Z. Number 4 is 12 divided by N. Number 5, 1 less than the product of 4 and Y. Number 6, a number Z increased by 10. Number 7, twice the square of a number X. Number 8, thrice the product of 4 and R. And number 9, 9 times a number K. Okay, sige. At habang hinintay natin yung mga answers, ayan, so patilin ko lang yung iba. Ayan, si JB Lawrence Brasilinho, good afternoon, watching here from Diego Silang, from San Roque Central Elementary School, grade 6, Diego Silang, from Davao City Region 11. Ayan, wow, all the way from Davao City. Thank you very much, JB Lawrence. Ayan, so sana ay may natututunan ka sa ating lesson for today. And at syempre, salamat sa ating mga students for participating in answering the problems. Ayan. Okay, so may mga nakikita na ako. So for number 1 daw, ang sagot ay letter I. Okay, that's correct. For number 1, that's letter I. 12 minus B. Number 2, 6 times the number y. Ang sagot daw ay letter A. So it's 6y. Very good. Okay, so meron tayong A, meron na tayong I. Next, number 3, the sum of 5 and thrice a number Z. So the correct answer, I'm seeing. Okay, number 3 is letter C. Correct. Very good. So 5 plus 3Z. Okay, next, number 4, 12 divided by N. Okay, it seems that number 4 has no answer because the answer for number 4 is not found in the choices. However, if we try to translate that into an algebraic expression, that can be represented as 12 over n. Or you may have 12 divided by n like this. Okay, number 5, 1 less than the product of 4 and y. Okay, I'm seeing number 5 is letter H. That is correct. Very good. Wow, gagaling nyo lahat na. Number 6, a number Z increased by 10. Yes, the answer is letter F. Correct. Number 7, twice the square of a number x. So twice is multiplied by 2. And then the square of a number x. So meaning x is raised to the second power. So it's 2 times x squared or simply 2x squared. So it's letter B. And for number 8, thrice the product of 4 and r. So it means 3 times 4 times r. Or that is represented by 3 times 4r. So that's letter G. And lastly, for number 9, 9 times a number k, so it's letter E. Ayan. So therefore, here are the answers to our given questions in activity 2. So hopefully kids ay naintindihan ninyo kung paano mag-translate ng verbal phrases into algebraic expressions. Okay, so aside from algebraic expressions, you have also their algebraic equation. So ano na ibig sabihin ng algebraic equation? Of course, it is an equation that includes one or more variables. Ayan. So ano-ano nga ba yan? Mga examples ng algebraic equation rather. So it's just the same with algebraic expression earlier. It's just that we will be having an equation already. So meaning there will be equal sign. Ayan. So for instance, let's have these following verbal phrases or verbal sentence. Okay, let's have the first. A number increased by 9 is 15. So take note, we can assign any variable or letter if there is no given variable. However, kung may given a variable, then you just simply put any variable. Okay, so for that, you have y plus 9. So y is the number. So that's y plus 9 is 15. So that will be equals 15. So the equivalent algebraic equation is y plus 9 equals 15. Okay, next, number 2 equation. Twice a number is 18. Ayan, so twice a number. So that's 2 times n or simply 2n is 18. So that's equals 18. So therefore, you have 2n equals 18. Okay, next, the third one. 4 less than a number. Ayan. So baka ang nasa isip nyo, sasabihin nyo 4 less than a number. So that will be 4 minus x. That is incorrect. So if you remember what I said earlier, so since you have the word less than, so ang siste, si 4 daw ay ibabawas natin dun sa number na yon. So 4 there will serve as your subtrahend and the number will serve as your minuend. So therefore, that will become x minus 4. So 4 less than a number, so that's x minus 4. Take note of that, huh? So is 20. So you have the is 20, so that's equals 20. So in algebraic equation, that is x minus 4 equals 20. And of course, the last verbal sentence, a number divided by 6 is 8. So we have k over 6 or k divided by 6 equals 8. So those are examples of verbal sentences when translated to algebraic equations. Okay, so sana ay naintindihan nyo na kung paano. Okay, let's have again activity. Meron pa pala examples. Okay. So we have more examples. Twice a number decreased by 29. Ayan, so isa-isa natin, ha? So twice a number, so you have 2 times t, ayan. Then decreased by 29. So since you have the word decreased, so it means that is subtraction. So minus 29 is 7. So take note, you have equals 7. So pag didikitin mo lang yan, so that will become 2t minus 29 equals 7. Okay, next. 32 is twice a number increased by 8. So take note, ha. 32, so we write 32 first, then you have the word is, and again, is represented always by equal sign. Then you have twice a number, so that is represented by 2a, increased by 8. So increased means addition, so that will be plus 8. So therefore, our equation will be 32 equals 2a plus 8. Please take note of the following. Next. The quotient of 50 and 5 more than a number. So we are referring to quotient of two numbers or quotient of two expressions. So that is division. So what are the two expressions? So you have 50. So 50 will serve as your numerator and 5 more than a number. So meaning the entire phrase there, 5 more than a number, will serve as your denominator. Ayan. So magiging denominator siya ng ating algebraic equation. And then you have is 10. So that's equals 10. So therefore, you have 50 over n plus 5 equals 10. And of course, the last one, you have 12 is 16 less than 4 times a number. So isa-isay natin. So you have 12. Ayan. And again, you have the word is. Is means equals. 16 less than. So again, you have the word again, less than. And if you have the word less than, it means 16 will be a subtrahend and 4 times a number. Ayan, 4 times a number will be your minuend. So that will be 4x minus 16. So therefore, the entire algebraic equation will be 12 equals 4x minus 16. So hopefully ay naiintindihan nyo, my dear students, yung pagta-translate ng verbal sentences into algebraic equations. Okay, sige. Tingnan natin kung naintindihan nga talaga. Let's have activity 3. Ayan. So given the following situations, can you translate them into an algebraic equation? Okay, so we have there two problems. So for number 1, if twice a number is increased by 15, the result is 45. So that's for number 1. Then for number 2, Noel is Y years old now. You're going to write an algebraic equation for Noel's age if his age 10 years from now is 35. Okay, so again, for number 1, if twice a number is increased by 15, the result is 45. Then for number 2, Noel is Y years old now. Write an algebraic equation for Noel's age if his age 10 years from now is 35. Okay, so according to Tristan Uriel Cruz, 2n plus 15 is equal to 45. That's for number 1. Same thing, sagot din ni Carl Yuan, ni Mitisha, Kevin Martin, Ayn Gale, Adrian, Ariane, May. So, James Joseph, si Freya, Sherry, wow. So, iisa ang sagot nila, si Eliza, si Gerald, Kevin Martin, Gwyneth, Rihanna, ang dami na. So, iisa ang sagot nila. So, therefore, for number 1, that is correct. So, again, you may represent any variable for the number. So, you may use any letter. So, for here, we have 2x plus 15 equals 45. Okay, for number 2, analyze number 2, it says here, Noel is Y years old now. How will you write his age 10 years from now is 35? Okay, so according to, may nakita na ako, ayan, si Nerwin Negal, sabi niya Y plus 10 equals 35. Okay, so si Gwyneth din, Y plus 10 equals 35. Same thing with Gerald. Okay. Si Roxylene Adirolf, y plus 10 equals 35. So the correct answer there, kids, will be y plus 10 equals 35. So tama ang inyong mga sagot. Okay, so take note ha. We are referring to Noel's age 10 years from now is 35. So that will be y. Yung edad ni Noel ngayon, y years old. So y plus 10 kasi 10 years from now. So meaning, let's say from 2022, so today is 2022, 10 years from now is 2032. So we will be adding the year or his age now by 10. So that's y plus 10 equals 35. So therefore, that's the correct representation. Okay. So sana po ay naintindihan nyo na, kids. Okay, let's have more situations. Numbers 3, 4, and 5. Okay, for number 3, 4 greater than 2 times a number is equal to 60. Ayan. For number 4, twice a number increased by 5 is 37. Then for number 5, the sum of a number and 6 is 40. Ayan. So please take note of the following situations. So again, number 3, 4 greater than 2 times a number is equal to 60. Then number 4, twice a number increased by 5 is 37. Then for number 5, the sum of a number and 6 is 40. Okay, so bilis ng mga batang sumagot. Okay, so nauna, nakita ko si Tristan Uriel Cruz ulit. Wow. Then sinundan ni Mitisha, ni Kevin Martin, James Joseph, ayan. Si Carl Yuan, Eliza Jane, Angelic Marie. So, Ian Gale, isa ang kanilang sagot. So for number 3, the answer there is 2x plus 4 equals 60. So that is correct. Very good. So since you have the word greater than, so kagaya na sabi ko kanina, katulad din siya ng less than. So yung 4 there will be your second addend. And yung 2 times a number will serve as your first addend. So that will be 2x plus 4. Then you have is equal to, and you have equal sign there, and is equal to 60. So you have 2x plus 4 equals 60. Okay, next for number 4. Wow, bibilis ng mga batang sumagot. So nakita ko ulit si Angelic May Salazar, ayan, si Tristan Uriel ulit, Eliza Jane, Ian Gale. So isang kanilang sagot, 2n plus 5 equals 37. So the correct answer is, okay, there is a correction there. Twice a number increased by 5. So it should be 2y plus 5 equals 37. Okay, so hindi lang yata na ano lang, no? So 2y plus 5 equals 37. Okay. So we have the next one, ayan. So 2y plus 5 equals 37. Okay, then the last one, the sum of a number and 6 is 40. The sum of a number and 6 is 40. Of course, the easiest one. So the correct answer there is, ayan, z plus 6 equals 40. So again, you may use any variables. Wala namang problema doon. So therefore, sa nakita ko naman, ang daming mga nag-comments, natabunan na. So lahat naman kayo ay nakuha ng tamang sagot. So binabati ko kayo lahat. Congratulations. Ayan. So at least nakuha nyo na yung lesson natin for today. Oh, okay. So let's have the activity 4. Next activity. So for our next activity, what you're going to do is to, this time, let's do the other way around. So earlier, you're given the sentence, and then you will be translating them to algebraic expression or equation. But this time, let's do the other way around. So given the following algebraic expressions or algebraic equations, you're going to change them or translate them now into verbal phrase or a verbal sentence. Okay, let's see. So in this case, there are many possible answers. So marami mga pwedeng maging sagot dyan sa bawat item as long as you will be translating them correctly into verbal phrase or verbal sentence. Okay, so according here, may nakita na ako. Number 1, sagot ni Mitisha, 2 times a number plus 5. Okay, that can be considered as correct answer. Very good. Okay, may sumagot naman. Sabi ni James Joseph Estacio, bumatay, twice a number increased by 5. Okay, that's correct. Okay, yung kay Carl Yuan, well, technically yung kay Carl, if you're there, um, let's paraphrase your answer. So the answer here, you can have the sum of 2 times a number and 5. Okay, so ganun dapat yung answer natin. Ayan. So may mga nakita na ako. So sabi naman ni Gerald RV, twice a number increased by 5. Correct. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, marami mga possible answers. So let's have for number 1, twice a number increased by 5. Ayan. Very good. Let's have number 2. So sabi ni Mitisha, 5 times a number minus 8. Number 2, sabi ni Carl Yuan, 5 times a number decreased by 8. Okay, pwede. Correct. Sabi ni, marami na eh, halo-halo na. Sabi ni Roxeline Adirolf, 5 times a number decreased by 8. So yes, correct. So marami mga possible answers. Number 2, sabi ni Gerald, the number multiplied by 5 decreased by 8. Yes, that's going to be an answer. So maraming possible answers. Pwede na naman ganito. Ayan. So number 2, 8 less than 5 times a number. Ayan. So again, there are many possible answers. Okay, next, number 3. So may samugot pa na number 3. So I'm seeing, ayan. So sabi ni Carl Yuan, 4 times the sum of y and 7. Correct. 4 times the sum of y and 7. Tama yon. Okay. For number 3, ganun din ang sagot ni Mitisha. 4 times the sum of a number and 7. Correct. Meron pa ba? May mga sumagot pa ba na iba? Okay. I-correct natin ito. Yung kay James Joseph, 4 times a number plus 7. Technically, that is incorrect. But we'll just paraphrase your answer to 4 times the sum of a number and 7. Kasi pag 4 times a number plus 7, that is represented by 4y plus 7, which is different from 4 times the quantity y plus 7. Okay? So take note of that. So for number 3, the possible answer there is 4 times the sum of a number and 7. Okay, number 4. So according here, and sagot ni Gerald RV, pwede ito, yung kanina sa number 3, 4 multiplied by the sum of y and 7. Number 4, okay, so sagot ni Gwyneth, Angeline, twice a number is 120. Okay, correct. Number 4, naghahanap pa ako. Ganon din ang sagot ni James Joseph, twice a number is 120. Okay. So actually, yun, pare-pare sa mga sagot, no? So the correct answer is twice a number is 120. Pwede. And the last one, okay. Sagot ni James Joseph, 4 squared is 16. Ganon din si Tristan Uriel Cruz. 4 squared is 16. Or pwede rin 4 squared equals 16. Ayan. So we have, or you may have also the square of 4 is 16. Ayan. So those are your possible verbal phrases or verbal sentences. Okay, so hopefully you understood our lesson for today, and because of that, I'll be giving you a homework. Ayan. So again, for your homework for today, please do post them in our DepEd ETUlay FB page using our hashtags Math6 Q3 Week 3, kasi week 3 na tayo, no? And the hashtag ETUlay level up. Okay, so please use the following hashtags shown on your screens. So for your homework, kids, my dear grade 6 students, you write an algebraic equation that can be used to solve the problem below. So the problem is Mario has 8 shells more than 1. Together, they have 68 shells. How many shells does each one have? So you have only one problem. You're going to write an algebraic equation using the problem below. Okay, so to be able to solve the problem below, you will be writing an algebraic equation. That will be your homework, and hopefully, madami-dami pa rin tayong mga solvemates for next week. Okay, so that ends our topic. So please do have this QR code and scanned. So kung kayo mayroong mga questions, suggestions, recommendations, and also I'm needing your feedback on this DepEd ETUlay online tutorial, please do scan this QR code and you may visit this website, tinyurl.com/3Q stakeholders feedback. Okay, and that's all for today. Thank you very much. Ayan. For comments or suggestions, please do email us at edtech@deped.gov.ph. So up next is Tutor Rose and Tutor Jolly for Mathematics Grade 7. So muli, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok ngayong Friday, March 4, 2022. So I am your tutor, your math babe, Tutor Andre. Kasama ko rin sa backstage si Tutor Prince. And happy weekend, everybody. Hope you learned something. Thank you very much. See you. Bye-bye.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!